Alright guys, this is my very first review for the DVD Fiends. I don't know if any of you know that I joined them a couple of days ago. I've got the Saturday slot. Before I start my review, I just want to say hi to the other 6 guys that are the Fiends. Daniel, who's the boss, and then we've got Dave, Mr. Parker, Justin, who else? Foz Rotten. Some great guys up on the roster, and I'm here to join you. I hope I don't let none of you down. I don't think I will, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I just want to say hi to you guys, and thank you, Daniel, for giving me the opportunity. I'm not sure if I'm the first Brit to star in the Fiends. If I am, I want all the British guys to support me, so I'm representing you. I'm very proud to be here, and yeah, I'll start with the review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Night Train Murders, aka Late Night Trains. This is a Last House on the Left rip-off, but a very good rip-off. It kept me occupied and interested all the way through the film. Really sleazy as hell, and I like them type of films. It gets you here when the sleazy and bad things are happening to nice people. And so it starts off with 2 guys who are running around Munich city centre, and they're robbing people and they're causing a lot of trouble in the centre. They even rob a guy dressed as Santa Claus because it's Christmas Eve at knife point, and take all his takings, where obviously families have paid for the kids to sit on his knee, and they rob him blind. He's only got change, but they still take that. And eventually, after causing loads of trouble, they get chased by the police, and they get chased to the train station. While at the train station, there's 2 young, well, mid-teenage years, 2 girls, and they're sat waiting for a train to go back to one of their families for the holiday season. And the 2 girls get on their train, and these 2 nutjobs that were robbing everybody in Munich city centre get chased on the same train. So they get on the train and they carry on causing loads of trouble on the train. They bump into these 2 girls, and the girls know that they're freaky and not very nice. But there's also another woman on the train, and you can tell that there's something not right about her from the start when you see her. And she gets out of the carriage and she walks to the toilet, and one of these guys that were doing the robbing, the bad guys, follows her into the toilet, and he pushes her up against the wall, and it looks like he's going to rape her. And he goes to rape her, and she enjoys it, and she gives him the come on, and they end up having sex in the toilet. And then that's it. She tags along with these 2 bad guys, and the train has to stop at a certain place because of delays, and the 2 girls ask to see if they can get off the train to ring one of the girls' families to tell them that they're going to be late. So they get off the train to ring the number, and they get told there's another train that goes straight through to where they're going. So, and it leaves in 15 minutes. So they both decide to get on this other train. Meanwhile, the 2 nutjobs, the 2 bad guys, and the female well, not the female as such, but the 2 bad lads get kicked off the train, and the female follows them, and they end up on the train what these 2 girls are on. And then that's when it all starts, really. It's that much of a rip-off that even one of the bad guys is a heroin addict, and we all know that Krug's son is an heroin addict in Last House on the Left. So they took a lot of things from Last House and made this film, but still a great film. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as much as Last House on the Left. So they're on the train, and these girls get trapped in a carriage, and the carriage door that leads to the other carriage, the handle breaks off, so nobody can get in. So they've got the full carriage to themselves. These bad guys with the two girls and the lady that's followed them, and they start doing nasty things to the girls, and they're making them take the clothes off, and one of them's got the clothes off, and there's another guy in one of the other bits of the carriage, and he's like a peeping Tom, and he's watching them do nasty things to these girls. He's not doing a thing about it, he's just watching them, and they see him, so they pull him in, and they let him rape one of the girls, and he rapes her. It was sickening. It weren't as sickening or as dramatic as when Krug rapes one of the girls in Last House on the Left, but it was still really sleazy, and it seemed like he was a dirty old man. So then the peeping Tom goes, and then the other girl gets set upon by the heroin addict bad guy, and she says that she's a virgin, and he obviously goes down there, and I'm not going to tell you what really happens after that. But while this is all happening, the woman who followed them on, she's just as bad as them. She was, if not, she was worse. She was encouraging them to do all bad things to these two young girls. Eventually, one of them dies. One of the young girls dies, and the other one jumps from the train out of the window to try and get away from him and dies. And then they stop at the last train station, and the girl's family the girl's mum and dad are waiting for him to get off the train, and they don't. But the woman who's with the two bad guys has got a cut on her leg, and the father's a doctor. So he tends to her knee, and she needs to go to hospital, but she won't, so he invites them back to his house to stitch her up. He says he's got some equipment at his house to get her all stitched up and ready, and he stitches her up, and as this is all happening, he finds out that they're the ones that killed his daughter. I'll not tell you how he found out. And then it's the same revenge type thing where the father hunts the bad ones, so the bad ones turn into the hunted instead of the hunters, and the dad wreaks justice. Yeah, it kept me totally occupied. I'd definitely, if you like Last House on the Left and revenge flicks like that, then definitely check this one out. I don't know if it's released by any other company, but this is released by Shameless, and it's Region 0, so all you US guys and people all over the world can still watch this. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's from 1974, directed by Aldo Lado. It's Italian. One of the bad guys was in Suspiria. There's a couple that was in. There was another one that was in Deep Red, Profondo Rosso. Yeah, that's all I can really say about it. But yeah, I'd recommend it. It's very sleazy. It won't be for everybody, but if you're into them revenge flicks and you're into the sleazy stuff like Maniac and New York Ripper and them sort of sleazy films, then you'll like this one. Yeah, so yeah, check it out if you like them sort of films. Right, thanks guys. I hope I was helped you. I hope that you enjoyed my review, and I'll be seeing you in week 55. Thank you. Bye.